respiration is a process of oxidation of food material so that ATP can be formed. Mechanism of respiration involve four important steps. The first step in the mechanism of respiration is breathing. In breathing, we take in air and we gives out carbon dioxide so that oxygen which we have inhaled can be utilized for the next step for the formation of ATP. Okay, so let's begin with breathing. Okay, how breathing takes place in human being. Breathing involves two important steps. First step in breathing is inspiration and next step in breathing is expiration. In inspiration, we takes in air or oxygen. We can say we inhale oxygen, and in expiration we exhale carbon dioxide. So this process is active process, especially inspiration is a active process, physical process in which exchange takes place between lungs and atmosphere. Okay, now when we talk about breathing, there are certain special organs, respiratory organs, which are involved. The first organ which is involved is our nares, external nares, then internal nares, followed by our pharynx, then larynx, and then our windpipe. Okay, now sternum, that is chest bone, intercostal muscles, diaphragm, and our ribs. They also play very important role in the process of respiration. We'll start with actual mechanism of inspiration. In inspiration, what happens? This diaphragm, which is actually a dome-shaped structure, it becomes flat. When it stretches out or becomes flat, what happens to this muscles? Here we have intercostal muscles. This intercostal muscle, they comes out. When they comes in the outward direction, the sternum, which is present here at this center, which is also called as sternal bone or chest bone, it comes in the upward direction. So sternum will come in the upward direction. This because of this intercostal muscle, the ribs will go in the outward direction and diaphragm will become flat. And because of this, the internal space will increase. This internal space, when increase, space is more. It means pressure will become less. So internal space will increase and pressure inside this thoracic region will decrease. Because of this pressure gradient, our nasal tract will inhale, will take in the air to equalize this pressure. Okay, so to equalize this pressure, we inhale air. Air enters through our external nares, passing through the nasal chamber. It will enter into the internal nares, then it will enter into trachea, and through trachea it will enter into two bronchi. From the bronchi, it will go inside each lung, and all the alveoli they will collect the air. When they will collect the air, the space will be filled. When this space is completely filled, it will put the pressure on the diaphragm. When it will put the pressure on the diaphragm, because of this pressure, the diaphragm will again come back to its original position. When it will come to its original position, it is going to affect this intercostal muscles. So when it will affect this intercostal muscles, they will also come back to their original position. Okay, so they will come down. The sternum will come down. It was upward in direction, so now it will come down. Because of intercostal muscles, this rib cage will come back to its original position. Diaphragm will again become dome shape, and because of this, this region, that is thoracic region, will decrease in size. Because of the decrease in the space, the pressure will increase inside the thoracic region. So space is less, so pressure is high. Because of that high pressure on the lungs, we exhale the air. Okay, so when we exhale the carbon dioxide which was collected inside the lungs, it will exhale out.